Welcome back to the land of chaos. This is GGTV, your one-stop answer to sustainability. And this month, I want to talk all about energy efficiency. Do you know how much power you're wasting every hour, every day, every month? Okay, of course that's hurting your hip pocket, but what's it doing to the environment? So, as part of the Sustainable Home Challenge, as you know, I've set myself the goal of slashing our power use in half and getting credit notes from Synergy. And as part of that, I want to introduce you to my wonderful, sexy new best friend. Now we're starting on the roof because that's where we can make the greatest impact with our wonderful solar panels. Now, until 5 years ago, there were more solar panels on roofs in Scotland than Perth, Scotland. But I'm pleased to say that things have changed a huge amount since then. And now, in a land blessed with so much sunshine, surely it makes sense that every house should have these guys. And it's going to sit here quietly, trapping the light and generating anywhere from half to 2/3 of my power every day for at least the next 25 years. And to tell us how these magical panels work is Anthony from Unlimited Solar. Mate, what are you doing on my roof? Did you sort of helicopter yourself in here?
Yeah, I thought I'd just drop in and see how it's all going today.
Good, mate. Mate, tell us how these fantastic things work.
The panels themselves actually convert sunlight to power through the silicon, and then that's conducted to the box called an inverter, which converts it to power your house can use.
Now I'm getting 1.5 kilowatts on my roof. How much is that going to produce for me?
That'll produce about 7 units of power a day, and the average house uses about 15, so it'll offset about half of your power bill.
And they can go on pretty much any roof, can't they?
Yeah, pretty much. There are a few limiting factors, but yes, most roofs are compatible.
And the big question, how much is a system like this going to cost?
A system like this, typically at today's level of government assistance, will cost you about $6,500.
Now, there's no inbuilt obsolescence here. This system is going to be around for a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, the panels themselves are actually guaranteed for 25 years on their output, so the system will generate power for long after that, and yeah, it's designed to last for a long time.
Now you too can do your bit for the environment and put in something like this, like my small 1.5 kilowatt system, or you can get really serious and put something like this on your roof, a whopping 56.5 kilowatts of sexy solar power. At Murdoch University, they've installed 363 panels on the roof, which together with their wind turbines has reduced their overall carbon emissions by more than 10%. Carolyn, it's amazing, this fantastic system that's here. Why did Murdoch decide to take the plunge and put this wonderful array in?
Well, we've always been very committed to sustainability, and we're interested in reducing our greenhouse emissions and carbon emissions. So this was seen as a really positive thing for the university to do, to create our own green power on campus to supplement the 16% green power that we already buy.
And look, it's quite obvious, it stands out. Has it had a good flow-on effect?
Definitely. We purposely put it in a really visible spot so that it would encourage other people to try in their own homes and businesses, and we've had so many inquiries about how can I do it, how much does it cost, what's involved, and a lot of people have now put it on their own homes.
And you've got the wind turbines down the back as well?
That's right. We have a Research Institute for Energy, and they have a number of large turbines down there, and our guild are very interested in getting some solar panels as well, so there's been a real flow-on effect.
And I think it's going to influence Fiona Stanley Hospital, because they're going to be having solar panels on that amazing building too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome. Now that's one practical way that you can work with the environment and be energy efficient, and here's another. Look at these beautiful trees from L&B Tree Farm. They're absolutely stunning. And the fantastic thing about these advanced trees is they're going to give me the instant shading, and the green framework for the home. They're going to keep it cool in summer, warm in winter. And this beautiful quince, which is fully deciduous, is going to the north of the home in that dirty great big hole, which I dug on my own. We're going to build the soil up, and this is only a small tree to about 4 to 5 metres. Gorgeous looking plant. Then we move to this guy here, which is the blueberry ash. It's an evergreen, so that will go on the eastern side of the house. Great for shading and keeping the winds away from the home. This guy here, one of my favourites, the leopard tree. It's semi-deciduous. It's got a wonderful bark when it gets a bit older, but it's got a good small root system, so it won't invade all the plumbing, etc. And then this guy here, look at this beautiful yellow poinciana, a bigger tree. It's one of those wonderful ones that has a great architectural shape, good for bigger gardens. Remember this hole? This is where I yanked out the energy guzzling air conditioner. And look, everything we've shown you today, from the stuff in the garden to up on the roof, they're all easy things to do to slash your power bills. Come to one of our workshops and you'll learn so much more about how you can do this yourself. Now I'm halfway through my challenge. Now I'm going to take you and show you a masterpiece. A first for Western Australia in sustainable housing, the Sustainable Mandurah home was built in 2005. And it's moved sustainable design, construction and living from the margins right into the mainstream. It's affordable, ecologically responsible, and man, it is stylish. Natalie Scott is from the city of Mandurah. Nat, tell us why this is a showcase of sustainability.
I think initially the design layout, so we took advantage, north is to that side of the house, and we've taken advantage of building away from the fence line, so we will never be built up by neighbours on our north side, which allows the north winter sun to come into the house. We penetrate into the house on dark tiled floors which absorb that heat in winter, but in summer we can then shade it. So by putting up shade sails or deciduous trees or creepers or vines or something that's not a permanent fixture, we can take them down or they will lose their leaves and allow the winter sun in but give us plenty of shading in summer. So the winter sun, or the aspect of the house, is one very important thing. The insulation of a house is another, so we have to insulate our ceilings appropriately with bats. Just having doors that you can close off so you can heat one area and not heat the other if you do need to run heating or cooling. Insulating your windows. Windows are the weakest point in a house. They lose and gain the most heat. We have double layered curtaining with a pelmet. And the pelmet is probably the most important thing, so hot air won't move over the top of the curtains into or out of the room.
So Nat, it's not just living in a house, it's living with it, really, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. I guess getting back in touch with nature, so being aware of when the sun is out and when it's a cloudy day. In summer, closing up curtains before you leave for work, being aware of when the sea breeze hits or your cooling breeze, it might be a cooling easterly at night. Opening up the windows at that time, on both sides of the house too. The breeze has to come in and go out, and people often just open up one door.
Flushes that hot air.
Flushes the hot air through.
It's amazing. And I guess the shade sails that we can see over there, they'll be coming off pretty soon?
Yep, they'll come down this week. We've left them up a little bit longer. That's what I like about shade sails. You can be flexible. We've had a longer, hotter summer, so we've actually just left them up a little bit longer. But now we're getting the cold nights, so we want to heat the house ready to keep that heat in at night time. We're going to bring the shade sails down. And
I love that this place is showing that walls and even the roof are fair game as growing spaces.
Absolutely. We've grown olives up an east-facing wall, so it insulates the sun off it, but it also provides a bit of insulation in winter from the cold breezes. Moving air actually takes heat in and out of a place, so in winter you don't want air movement.
So what are the top tips we can learn for energy efficient living from this wonderful house? Invest in solar panels, you won't regret it. Put in plants as natural air conditioners, bolster insulation wherever you can. Turn off power at the walls. Come and visit this incredible house and come to one of our free energy efficiency workshops. So that's energy efficiency in a nutshell. Next time on GGTV, we're going to give you more updates from my house. And if you're thinking of transforming your verge, man, have we got a show for you. We're going to show you what to do and, most importantly, what not to do. So till then, stay sustainable, and I hope to see you at one of our workshops. For dates and information, go to our website, greatgardens.info, or call our hotline 1300 36 9833. And Great Gardens is proud to be sponsored by the Water Corporation, Synergy, the Swan River Trust and Woodside.